Welcome to the Kuryakyn Garage. On today's episode, I'm going to show you some great lighting features that you can use on the bottom of your touring bike, like on the bottom of the fender and the bottom of the saddlebags here. Let's check them out. So the first thing we're going to install is this lighted fender skirt. Now these are really easy to install. You're basically going to only need a Phillips screwdriver. Now the first thing we're going to do is take off this taillight. Now we can go ahead and apply the skirt. And run the wire up behind the fender. Now once you get the wire pulled through your taillight base, you can go ahead and plug this into your open accessory port. It's already wired up for all the functions you need. You can go ahead and put the taillight back on. Okay, all you got to do is put your taillight back on, test for function, and that'll wrap it up. So the next thing we're going to install is going to be these lighted lower saddlebag accents. These will give you some nice brake lights. These are going to install right down here. But first, we're going to take the saddlebag off so we can do it the right way. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a dry fit, just to make sure that it's going to line up to where we want it to be. Now I like to use painter's tape rolls that you can stick to the tops and to the sides so you can make sure you get a straight line off the two angles and line up the piece just right. But first we're going to want to prep the surface as usual with the supplied alcohol swab. Next you can rub the adhesive and apply the part. Okay, now that we've got that installed, we're going to flip the saddlebag over. And we're going to fasten on these wire ties to hold the wire to the inside of the saddlebag so it's not running all over getting rubbed on. Now that we have these wire holders on, and this wire here is going to tuck up under the seat and plug into the main wiring harness. So now we can go ahead and put the saddlebag back on. Now we just got to get the seat off so we can get these wired up and plugged in. And then we're going to find the main wiring harness that connects the rear fender to the rest of the bike. It'll look like this, black 8-pin harness. And we're going to install our adapter here right in line. That'll give us 2 leads to connect our lower lights. Now I ran up the wires from our lower lights that we installed, and we can just connect these into either one of the terminals. And that'll give us running and brake function. Then we'll just tuck this out of the way. And be sure to keep your plugs close to the side rail so you can take the saddlebags off without having to take the seat off if you need to. And that's it. Now with the wiring all done and the seat back on, let's go ahead and test them lights out.